Hey guys, Shaz here from the Unreal Entertainment channel, and I just kind of want to talk about the changes we're going to do to this channel in particular. So it's kind of a slash update slash thoughts thing. I kind of want to talk about my other channel for a second, Digimaster. I'm going to do a review on this figure very soon. Bam! Thor! Yep. Picked up Thor, Loki, and Odin, so I'll do a review of those three. I currently have Odin in packaging, and I was thinking of keeping him in packaging, but I was all like, screw it. Just open the sucker up. He needs some air. So that's kind of my first update there. Gonna do that very soon. Second update is with the channel itself. I know I've done only, 2 videos on Kapow News, and I want to change the format. Originally I want to do like a once a month like show, but then I thought, all the news that comes out in a month, it's ridiculous, I can't do that. So then I decided, what the heck, every time there's a big piece of news, I'll just do one video dedicated to that. So this is what this video is. This space here, this video, is dedicated to this, it's dedicated to one piece of news. And kind of brings me to my third update. Me and Transforminator are kind of thinking of putting together a video on our opinions on the summer movies, and excited about that. I want to talk about Thor, Cap, Green Lantern, Cowboys vs. Aliens, and any other superhero film that sorry, I'm distracted, TV's there. Any other superhero film that I haven't, or that we are planning to see. Oh yeah, and Transformers. Forgot that. Yeah, and as you can tell, the background, this is just temporary. Don't worry, I'm not going to start doing all my videos behind this. I'm going to go back to my old set and talk about my videos there. But kind of a quick update on that. So I'm going to do these one-shot videos based off, like one piece of news, major news, or anything I find major. And that kind of brings me to Green Lantern. Now, recently there's been nothing on Green Lantern up until the last 3, or by the time you get this video, last 3 days. All I gotta say is, if you've been to WonderCon, you've probably seen the footage, but there was 4 minutes of that WonderCon footage that have been released to everyone. All I gotta say is, wow, it looks great. The CGI looks really good, and overall, like, it looks fun. I'll tell you that. It definitely hyped the film up for me. I mean, as of now, previously they're really working on, they said they were really working on CGI. They fixed some things, it does look better, and it does look tolerable. Sorry, I had to burp, just had dinner. It does look tolerable. I like it, personally. My only concern that I'm going to tell you with the footage was, it was just the scenes on Oa. I don't even know if that's the problem. I don't even read the comics. Some fan I turned out to be. Oa. O-A. The Green Lantern planet. I'm going to call it Oa. And they just showed that, and it looked really good. with all the, all the characters, Kilowog, Sinestro, Tomare, Fish Dude, and Hal. It really looked really good in general. And that, all the scenes in Oa looked really good. And then they did some improvements, actually. If you compare the old trailer with the new footage, they did a lot of improvements with Parallax. So Parallax is a lot more like in-depth, like layers to the guy. They added a lot of that to him, and it really struck me as being, there's some like black stuff in him now, so it really stands out. Looks really good. I dig it. And yeah, it looks really good. And my only concern is they only showed the Oa stuff, none of the Earth stuff, which I'm kind of concerned about. From the first trailer, I was starting to think this is like DC's version of Iron Man. you know. And I don't understand why they need their own version of Iron Man. You can have like Booster Gold the movie, and you can do the same thing, and it would be acceptable if you did a Booster Gold movie. But unfortunately, Booster Gold isn't very well known. Or you could do a Flash movie with the same thing, and the Flash is very well known. But they decided to do a Green Lantern. Now I don't know if this is gonna be like the tone in general. If it is, then I'm just gonna, you know, wing it. I don't know. I'm probably gonna dislike it, but you know, nowadays there are so many superhero movies that have this tone, like the jokey kind of cocky superhero. You know, ever since Iron Man came out, and Iron Man did it great, like wonderfully. You know, it was that nice balance between seriousness and hilarity. And Green Hornet did it, and it did it. You know, it did it well, but story-wise, it didn't hold up. And then here comes this film, Green Lantern, which seems to be taking that same tone. Not much else to say about Green Lantern, other than the stuff they showed looked really good, and now they're going to promote the heck out of the stuff. And, you know, I could talk about two more other things while I'm at it. Just the Justice League movie, I want to briefly talk about it, because this has kind of been some stuff, huge stuff, that everyone's been talking about. I don't want to sound arrogant, I don't want to sound stupid, I know I'm probably going to get flamed by this, but, I mean, I am going to compare this to the Avengers, you know. It's like comparing Call of Duty to Battlefield, you know. Everyone gets all wussy and pissed off at each other, you know. But, I mean, I gotta compare this, because this is literally, the news I've been hearing says that, you know, we're gonna release this, checking the time, we're gonna release this, 2013, that's a year after the Avengers. You cannot, I repeat, you cannot go without comparing the two if that's the case. I don't think they're gonna release it 2013, I think that someone just made up that date, but I do know for a fact that I believe one of the producers said we're working on Justice League. So yeah, and I don't know if Hal Jordan is in Justice League. I don't know what he said. Said something, but then Zack Snyder's Superman is not going to be in it. Now, that kind of came to a bit of a shock. I knew that Chris Nolan's Batman would not be in it, because the world it's set in is not even appropriate, you know, to put in Justice League. But what kind of Superman are you gonna put in a Justice League movie? You know, I mean, you're gonna have these two Superman movies, and you know, both from two different universes coming out around the same time. How are you gonna, you know, distinguish the two? People are gonna get confused, and that kind of bothered me for a bit. Green Lantern, I haven't heard much about, you know, if he's going to be in this. Or, I mean, I should say Reynolds' version is going to be in this. Yeah. Yeah, I think currently DC, Warner Brothers, I should say, they're just going to wait. They're going to conceptualize the Justice League movie. And they're going to wait until the Avengers comes out. And they're going to see how that does. And if it does really well, which most likely it will, they're gonna, you know, shoot this thing right through green light and start filming, getting directors, everyone, and they're gonna shoot this thing, and they're gonna get it out there as soon as possible to kind of cash in on the whole team up thing. But I don't think it's gonna work as well as the Avengers. I'll tell you why. The Avengers is doing a better job at promoting itself. It's taking the risky way, but it's promoting it in a much better way. Let me explain this. With Iron Man, they said after Iron Man, we're going to make Iron Man 2, Thor, and Captain America, and then the Avengers. Already, they built hype. Not only did they say we're going to make a sequel to Iron Man, but they also said we're going to have two standalone characters, and then we're going to have the film that comes together with these standalone characters into one film. That's hype. That's building hype, because you're anticipating the sequel to Iron Man, a Thor flick, and a Cap flick, and then having those same actors come into the Avengers. That's a great idea. It is risky. I mean, say, that one of these films flop. I forgot the Incredible Hulk, but I mean, Edward Norton isn't returning, so I mean, I might as well not even mention him. But say that one of these films flop. Are they going to have that same actor return to play the same role? Probably, because they're considering the fact that they already started shooting on the Avengers. But I mean, it is building more hype. Say that you just... Ooh, Arthur, the TV spot for that movie's on. And I just saw Batman, and I was going to talk about Batman. Ironic in a way, but I'm gonna get back to what I was saying. Say that you have, the JLA film come out, and then you have the spin-offs. That's not going to build enough hype. Think about it. It may build hype, but I mean, think of it like X-Men. You had the X-Men movies, and then you had spin-offs after that. X-Men Origins, and Wolverine Origins, and First Class. The hype factor is not as high, because you're not having these other franchises come together into one mega franchise. And it's that feeling of just having each film build up to the main course. Think of it like that, rather than having the main course and then just having the smaller crackers and bits at the end. It's just not as engaging in terms of marketing or hype. And that kind of settles it. I mean, yeah. I know I was supposed to talk about a third thing I was thinking about, but then I kind of forgot about it. I'll probably do a video on that. Family Guy's on. I'm just getting distracted. How long is this video? It's 12 minutes. This is a very long video, primarily because I'm talking about a lot of things at once. I shouldn't be doing that. I should be doing like once every. I had to do an update, and then I had to do Green Lantern, and then I had to do Justice League. So already I was talking about a lot of stuff in the first place. And don't worry, my other videos will probably be 5, 6, 7 minutes long, just talking about Green Lantern stuff, comic book movies in general, and comic books, of course. I will still do the comic book of the month, but there's a big but with that. I will do it with the review. So when I actually get the comic out, like Fear Itself, the prologue, I will do a review of that comic. Now, I probably won't do a review of Fear Itself prologue yet, until maybe when the Fear Itself comic comes out soon. But until then, yeah. It's been too long. It's like 13 minutes now. I kind of gotta stop this and gotta watch myself some Family Guy. So thanks, guys. You gotta rate, rating, thumbs up, comment, definitely comment. I want to start up a conversation, and subscribe. Thanks, guys. See ya.